Hello everyone, it's Jenny from A Stamping Jenny with you with another lunchtime live. I hope you are joining in. Grab your sandwich or a cup of tea or coffee, whatever your beverage. Come and say hello when you get on. I'm just turning my iPad on now so I can see when you say hello, and hopefully we can chat. And I'm going to make a card using the new blending brushes today, which has been a lot of fun. So we will get on with those very soon. So tell me how you are. I hope your day is going well. And I'm just getting on now. So I'm using, as I said, I'm using the blending brushes. These are the brushes. So I'll show you different ways of using them in a moment. I've been having a lot of fun with them this week. They're so nice and soft if you've put them on your skin. They feel so nice. And they're a little bit different to using the sponges or the daubers that we have. So we'll have fun. And I'm actually making this card to show you and using a mask. So that's what I particularly wanted to point out, is how to create this background and colouring. Oh, that little dragonfly fell off, didn't it? Stick it down. And how to create the dragonfly that I've done. So firstly, before I start, last week I made the cute pull out swing card, and I said that from all your comments I'd pick someone at random to receive this card, and I can say, Denise, I'm going to send it out to you, so watch out in the mail. So thanks for all your comments and your encouragement and support and comments along the way and the likes. So I will give away this card. So for anyone who comments, whether you're watching now on the live or on replay, and I will send a card out to you for next week. Also, to let you know before we start that there's less than 2 weeks to Sale-A-Bration, which is not very long. I can't believe how quickly this time has gone. So hopefully you can, you've got your free choice soon. I'm pulling things around everywhere. If you've got, have you picked out your free choice with your $90 order? Make sure you do that, or your $180. That's Australian prices, because it's not very long. Or if you want the best value, make sure you've joined Stampin' Up, join my Gen Zinc team and get your free packs of the in colour and the colour paper. There's 200 in papers in total with the 6x6 size. So that's $100 bonus on top of all that. So I've had a lot of information on my blog and my Facebook over the week. So I'm sure if you have been reading that, you would have seen what it's all about. So be sure to say hello. I'm just trying to get comments. Sometimes they're a bit hard to see when I'm doing the live. But be sure to say hello. So yes, we are making this card today. Now, I'll just bring everything in. I've got the card, and it's always a bit hard. You feel like you've got the lights you're working with. You've got the iPad to check your comments. And so much is happening all at once. So let's get started. For the mask that I've actually used, you can use a number of, you might have a die cut, a delicate or ornate die cut that you can use. I'm actually using these vellum doilies. So you get a little pack of 24 of them, the square vellum doilies, and using this as your mask, which is really cool. So let's get the brushes. Now there's a number, you get 3 per pack. What I've actually, I've allowed a designated one colour to each of my brushes. Not necessarily a colour from each of the families of the collections, but a colour. So I've got a yellow, a blue, and a green, and a red. So that's just so you don't mix the colours up. And to use them, they're a little bit different than using our sponges that we have been used to, and the daubers. So I'll just bring some scrap paper in so you can see what I'm meaning. So excuse the mess of this piece. When you want to use them, before when we use our sponges and our daubers, we dab them. But what you want to do is actually brush. So just give it a light, gentle little brush. And when you're actually putting it on your paper or your card, you want to just lightly brush. And you'll start off the card. You can build up the colour, but if you put too much colour on, then it's a bit hard to get it off. So the vellum is quite sturdy, so you can use it for a couple of goes. So I've just put it in the centre of my card. This one, the white card, so I'll give you the measurements for those who are watching. We have, let me just get them. It's your standard white card. For the base, I've got this white card. I'm also using a soft seafoam card. They're both the same size. That's 8.5 and by 12.5, or 3.5 inches by 4 3/4 inches. So just to give you an idea, but you can make it any size you want. So getting back to this white one, just lightly, if you can see that, just lightly rub it and dab it off. I tend to dab it off a bit just so you don't get some of that really heaviness to start with, and just lightly brush over the stencil, over the vellum doily. You can always pick up some more ink, but just lightly brush over it, just holding it the vellum doily firmly so it doesn't move. Hi Cherie. Right, just gentle, we're just going to go around that. You don't need to cover the full square. When you move your hand, just move it gently and move it to another position so you're still holding the doily in place. So just rub it over. It's such a tendency to dab it because you're used to that with the daubers and the sponges. But just as much as you want. It takes a little time, but it's better to take the time. You still put washi tape. You could, I haven't tried it, Denise, to put washi tape on it, just because I guess I'm scared of it, of ripping the cup. Maybe if you use the washi tape and just dab it on something just to lose initial lot of tackiness, that might work. Or if you've got some repositional glue, you can just add a couple of little dabs on that. But just, it's small enough to hold it with one hand, I think. So you can see how much you've done. Just hold a corner and lift that as to how it's going. You can see that pattern starting to come through. It's quite effective. But we're just going to do it a little bit more. So this will be good for a couple of goes like this. You can try different colours, I think would be effective. So just do a little bit more around here. So just in a circular motion you're going to be doing it. Might do a little bit more of this corner. And then I think we're done. So you can see that idea coming through. It's quite a cool pattern. So you might have some masks or some stencils that you could do as well to try and get this effect. All right, so now we want to do the dragonfly. So I'm just going to get some scrap card for that, and we're going to punch that out. All right, so we're going to use our just a regular Memento black for that. That'll be all right. Push that out of the side so we don't get ink all over that as well. This is using the Dragonfly Garden stamp set that I've got here. And I like it because you've got this stamp that you can ink inside the wings. So you can see that. You can colour it with the blends or other pencils, or you can just stamp it. But I've added a little extra colour to it, which I'll show you. So I'm using the Blushing Bride for that. It's just a soft colour for it. So lightly tap that. And it's good that you've got the clear block in. You can roughly see how to line that up. And then you can turn this around. It's not an exact fit, but the idea is a bit arty. It can go out the lines, which is all good. It doesn't matter. And you have the Dragonfly Punch, which you can punch that out. So I'm just going to trim off the bottom here so I can actually fit it into the punch properly and easily. Let's move all our bits out of the way. So the Dragonfly Punch it has two sizes on it, which is really cool. You've got the large one and the little tiny baby one, which is cute. So just stick that in your punch and line that up. And you can just see through the window where to position that. Get that little punch. While we've got the punch, I'm going to do a couple of little ones with the Blushing Bride scrap card I've got here. So just give that a squeeze. We'll just put those aside for later. All right, now you'll see on the Dragonfly, I've just added a couple of little extra colour to it. And I'm using the soft sea foam marker with that. You can use the Stampin' Blend if you would like to. And just using the brush tip, I'm just colouring it in. Simple as that. But I think just that addition adds a little highlight to the tip of his wings. You could also use the Wink of Stella, which adds a bit of glitter, so we might just have to get the glitter out. And with the thin point, I'm just going to colour in a couple of these rings on his body. And I'll get the Blushing Bride one to colour in here. Just adds that colour. Oops, nearly did the green one. So just that colour tone. It looks cool. Alright, so we've got our stamp piece, our masked piece. With the soft sea foam, I'm actually going to emboss that with our Pinewood Planks embossing folder. I love that you can do either way on your card. I decided to go straight down with that. So just put that in your card. You're going to run that through your die cut and emboss machine. You'll find this is not going to fit in your small mini one. You'll want to put it through your standard one. So I'm just going to run and do that. There we go. See the texture in that? I meant to emboss that before I started, just so save a little time. But it's great having that little extra texture to it. All right. So I've done something very unconventional for me. Actually putting it on an angle. Usually I'm very straight, very standard, but I fiddled around with this card for a while and I thought, you know, I'm going to do something adventurous. It's good to do something different. Certainly out of your comfort zone. I don't know, are you a very straight lined person, having everything lined up? Or are you comfortable with having it on this side and angle? I don't know. It's really hard for me to do that. Now, this is just a little tip for you when you're sticking these two together. Sometimes you want to, you're overlapping it, but you don't want to hang off the side of the card. So just fiddle with it a little bit before doing it together, and Denise, you're usually straight putting it together. All right, so just position it how you want to, what angle you want. If you're not happy with that, I have cut them the same size. If you wanted the soft sea foam just that little bit bigger, then you can layer it together and have them straight down. It's entirely up to you. All right, so when you're happy with the angle, just leave it there. What I do is actually just leave it in that position to start gluing it, because once I take it apart, I forget what angle it is. So you can just leave it there and just, I don't know if you can see that, I'm just running a little bit of glue around one side. Hold that down, and then you can lift this side up and glue around there. Then you know for sure that it's going to be right. And you can always just add a bit more to it. Once you're happy with that, you can stick the whole piece down. So we're just going to run a bit more of the Tombow. So I use the Tombow all the time for my general sticking things together. I find it good to, so you can slide it. I've just put some glue on that, so I have to be careful. All right, position that onto your card. There you go. And Jade, it's nice to see you. Thanks for watching. All right. Looks interesting. I know. It's certainly different and not something I'm comfortable with, you know. It's just good to embrace the difference. All right, so for our sentiment, I've actually gone for heat embossing. I love to do heat embossing because I just love the magic when you get the crystals, that the powder just melting. So before you're going to emboss, it's a good idea to use your little buddy. I'll just run that over. That'll stop your static from fingers or whatever you've got. And for the sentiment, I'm actually using Best Wishes. So grab that. That's from the Art Gallery stamp set. All right. There's lots of great sentiments with this. Let's have a look at them. We've got Best Wishes, thank you, you are lovely. I'm not sure. You can send a card with you are lovely on it. I'm thinking of you. I miss you. But these are really nice sentiments, and the die to actually cut them is from these dies that go with the bundle. So we're going to use that. All right. Let's get back to embossing. Just ink up the Versamark in your, ink up the stamp in your Versamark. That would be better. Press that down. And I'm going to use the white embossing powder. I really like the striking sort of black against on your sentiment. It just really lifts it. Just give that a little tip over. And I use a fine paintbrush just to get off any excess powder. So just give it a light tap at the back too. Make sure you tip this back into your container. There's a brand new bottle. So I don't want to tip that over. All right, but we'll get it out of the way. All right, so we have our little die. I love the little scalloped edge. There's actually two sizes for this. We're just using the smaller one. Oh, you know, before I cut it, oh, gee, unforgetful. We just need to heat emboss, and I hate doing this on the camera because it's so noisy, so I apologise for that. What we're going to do, I'm just using tweezers because it's so small. I'm shocking. All right, so I apologise for the noise. heat embossing is one of those fun things. I really love watching the powder melt. And so now we can die cut our sentiment out. So I'm just going to run that through. Let's have another look at the card while you're there. All right, here we have the sentiment all done and cut, and just against your card. It's really striking. All right, so we'll bring that back here. And now I also, it's hard to tell on this card, but I've actually put a dragonfly vellum, punched in vellum. So just grab that. It just adds a little extra dimension to your card, a little bit more texture. So you can use your Tombow to glue that together. Grab that. I'll just run some down his body and stick the two together. Don't stick the wings together because you want them to lift up. Alright. So can you see that extra layer? Just adds that softness. So you'll also add some more Tombow just on the back there. Just stick that down over the other side. We'll get our little pink ones we did, our blushing bride. Add some more on the back there. You can put those everywhere. I played around with the position of them for a while, but I was happy with how it was here. Stick that one up there. Now for your sentiment, you can use dimensionals and raise those up. So what you want to do is, let's get some of this extra mess out of the way. All right. Stick that down and at bottom. The thing with when you angle a card, I find it then difficult as to how to put the sentiment. Do you angle the sentiment to line up with the bottom edge, or do you keep it straight? I think with that, I think it's best to actually keep it straight, aligned in the bottom of your card, and you can position it wherever you want to. Let's add a pearl up the top corner. That will do. Right, so make sure you fluff up those little wings. And you'll have your card. So give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but whatever you think. But the blending brushes are so cool, and I've done a number of cards with these, so I'll be sharing more very soon with those. Before I go, I wanted to show you the these beautiful products that I have just received, and I thought I'm just going to wait and open them today. So thanks, Denise. I'm glad you love it. Thanks for your cheers. So this is the Butterfly Brilliance bundle that is coming in March. So you'll be able to order it from 2nd of March. The stamp set and the dies will be available in the next annual catalogue, but this paper is just for a short time. So I just thought, let's have a quick look. I haven't even opened it. It's a large stamp, so it'll go on like a background stamp, take up the full size of your card. But the dies, let's take a look. I just couldn't wait to see them, but I thought, let's just wait and see them together. There's a couple of different dies in that. So look at these. Whoa, we've had butterflies before, but how beautiful. So you've got that's a full die. All those are together. That will cut out the stamp set in one. With this, it's like a brick wall effect. That's a background which will emboss on your card. That's so cool, the dots. And then you've got a couple of different size butterflies. This one is more detailed. How beautiful are they? I can't wait to try these. Now what you'll also find out is these butterflies can be cut with the dies. So let's have a quick look at those. Let's look at it together. Oh, can't even open it. So you've got the dies that will cut these big, beautiful butterflies. You don't need to do much more with them. You could just die cut them and put them on your card. So you get 4 of each print. 4. So a few more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 of each print. Wow, that's good. So let's have a look at the backgrounds. You've got some pretty butterflies. Oh, that's a beautiful background. We've got, oh, rainbow one. How pretty is this? How beautiful. And you've got, so the back is more watercolor type scenery background wash. Trying to describe it. That's a pretty one. And the front is all the butterflies. And then you've got some little butterflies. How beautiful. Oh, so we're going to be playing with those very soon, so watch out for those. And in addition to that paper is this wood grain paper, which is just lovely. Oh, they're so pretty, aren't they? Right. Then you've got 2 pieces of this wood grain paper. It's very light. It's only, on the back is just a light pattern. But you can actually colour this too. Swipe your ink pad over it. Change the colour. And it's very light. You can cut some butterflies. So stay tuned for those. We'll be working with those very soon. So thanks for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're going to watch on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you catch all the later videos. And I hope you liked me using the blending brushes today, and I'll be sharing lots more with them. Let's have a sneak. All right, since it's last minute. Why not have another one? So this one is, I've actually sponged the 3 colours on it. So I will show a bit more of that in another video, and I'll show you some other cool techniques too. So thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, and give it a thumbs up, a like if you like it, but also comment, and I'll send that card out to somebody who's watching. So have a great day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.